Good morning, everyone. Just want to get us started today. We are going to continue in our process of our Who I Am presentations. I'm going to ask you this first question on a scale of 1 to 10. How hard was it to rank your values, getting down to that number 1 spot? Our objective today, we are going to further define our current self by looking at our role in high school. We are going to look to our future selves as we plan for our future goals, and we are going to create a list of references to use for our future as adults Our list is going to be adults who can help us continue to grow into those roles that we want to have as we get older. Why are we doing this? Our purpose, our why, to help you continue to define who you are and look to our future self. So far, you should have 5 slides done. By the time we're done with today, we're going to get 3 more in there. Okay, so you should have your title slide with your name, picture, and about your name. Slide number 2, which is your 5 words about you, 8 pictures and animations. Slide 3 is your personal poem. Slide 4 is your 23 favorite things, and those should have pictures of those things and animations. Slide 5 is your 10 values, and that is using that smart art, which kind of lets me know I should be able to look at it and be able to tell what your number 1 value is just by looking at it, okay? So your next slide, slide number 6, is going to be your high school self. What I want you to do is think about what you want to get out of these 4 years, okay? What activities, groups, sports, clubs do you want to be a part of? What classes do you want to take, or what are currently your favorite classes? I know we've only been here for a little bit, but what are currently your favorite classes that you're enjoying? What GPA do you want to have when you graduate? Very important to think realistically. What GPA do you want to have when you graduate? You can have more than a 4.0 if you take weighted classes, okay? I want you to add pictures and animations to slide 6, just like we've done on the other ones. All right, make it visually appealing to look at. This is mine. This is Mrs. Holtman's. So I was a cheerleader in high school. I know you guys are probably shocked about that by my positive, sunshiny attitude. I was also editor of the school newspaper. I loved English. Like I said, reading and writing was my favorite, and journalism, so it goes into that reading and writing. I also enjoyed art. I really enjoyed, I did some drawing and some painting. I also took a ceramics class, which was really enjoyable for me in high school. I was also a part of student council. I worked as the class secretary for 2 years. And then I graduated with a 4.2 GPA. Okay, so that is what your current high school slide. Again, we're looking at these 4 years. That's what your slide can look like. Okay, add those animations. Add it. Let me know what you want to get out of high school. Slide 7 is your future plans. So answer these 4 kind of questions. College. What colleges might you want to go to? You may not know what you want to study just yet, but what colleges are you interested in? Careers do you think you might want to go to or into as of now? What are you interested in? Military. Are you interested in the military? If so, what branch? And then any tech or vocational training that you might be interested in. Again, if college is not a route that you're intending on going, maybe a tech or vocational school, ITT Tech or Ivy Tech. Although Ivy Tech is a college, they do offer programs that are vocational training. I have had a lot of people who wanted to be in cosmetology or have worked as HVAC, wonderful careers. They take a more technical training. Okay, so think about that, and then you will create your slide 7. Again, we're going to add pictures and animations to represent what you want for your future. So this is Ms. Holman's future plans. My future's kind of already here, so I'm already in it, but that's okay. This says teaching is a work of heart. Obviously, I wanted to be a teacher, so here I am. Next on my slides is another thing about teaching. You are the reason I love to teach, which is very true. I love my kids. And then dance. I've done dance since I was 3, and so owning the dance studio has been a big part of my future, and I continue to work in that field. These were some college choices as I was working through going back to school. WGU, IWU, and Indiana Wesleyan were all colleges that I considered going to when I was going back to school. Indiana Wesleyan was the one I decided to go to get my master's, and that's where I ended up. So I want you to skip slides 8 and 9 for today. So you're going to do slide 6, slide 7, put in slide 8 and 9, but don't do anything to them yet. Okay, we're going to take care of those next week. Okay, and then you're going to do slide 10. I want you to think of people that you can trust and talk to well. Now, I'm not talking about your friends. I'm talking about adults. And I want you to make a list. I need 2 teachers and 2 adults, maybe outside of school. They could be counselors or coaches or religious leaders or neighbors, but 2 adults that you feel comfortable with, Mr. Shockley and your counselor here at school. Okay, and what you are going to do is create another smart art, and you are going to do more of a radial graph. Okay, so where the other one was more like a list, this is going to be more of a circular, and you are going to be in the middle of it. Okay, so here's Mrs. Holtman's. You see I'm here in the middle. And then these, Mrs. Wilson is one of the counselors here, Mr. Shockley. These are 2 adults outside of school. Terry Click and Sammy Hatfield are 2 good friends of mine. Terry Click is the previous owner of the dance studio, and Sammy Hatfield is a good friend of mine who is a nurse, who I know I can trust. And then Mr. Vogel and Mrs. Belton are 2 teachers inside the school that I know that I can trust as well. These would be my references. So if I needed to fill out an application, and I needed people to speak well of me, these would be people that I would list. They can't be related to me, hence my husband not being on here. These are people that I know would talk well of me and say good things. Okay, so think of a list of people: 2 teachers, 2 adults, and Mr. Shockley and your school counselor. And you're going to put them in a list like this, okay? Last thing I want you to do, make sure you save your progress on your slides. Okay, so by the time you're done today, you should have 8 slides done. All right, next week we will finish, and then I will talk to you about how we're going to record these, since we are not coming back from hybrid until I think 17th or 18th of September. Okay, I miss you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay.